How do you do the creative side of branding? Here are some ideas to get you started. Welcome to Stephanie Del Porto Fantasy. I am currently in the middle of this creative process, so let's see how it's going so far. Yes. I watched several videos that were about this creative process so that I could figure out kind of what the professionals do. How do they do logos and that sort of thing, brand colors and all of those. And then I created my own mood board. So I looked at a whole lot of artwork and studied what type of art I like to create. I went through a lot of urban and dystopian fantasy images on Pinterest, and then I went through my own artwork and looked for what my style was, because before I looked, I didn't really know that I had a style. Then I looked for some similarities in the different books that I'm writing. So I write fantasy and soft science fiction, but went through the stories that I'm currently writing and the ones that I have planned for the future and just looked for some similarities and some theme there, and discovered that everything I do has at least a little bit of street stuff in it. So I grew up in a poor neighborhood in Vegas, and I guess I carried it with me because it's literally in everything that I do. I seem to be really into urban and dystopian art and stories. I knew that I put some part of myself into my characters, but I didn't realize that it was this strong. This theme is the part of me that I put into everything that I create. First thing I randomly worked on was a filter style. So I know this is really random, but it was just curiosity. I wondered if I could make myself into a cartoon somehow. So I put it through a whole bunch of filters and adjustments, and then I exported it and put it back in and put it through some more filters and adjustments until I got something that was a sort of line art, black and white drawing of a cartoon. And is it perfect? No, but it's a good start and it's fun, and so I just wanted to see what I could do with that. Really enjoy other people that have goofiness and comic relief in their content. So I just wanted to try it. Next thing I tried to work on was my colors. Have the basics down. I really love indigo and raspberry together. They're my favorite. So I want to use those. And then for the background, like extra colors, I'm going to finish the backgrounds that I'm creating in Canva. Then I'm going to pull some colors from the actual pictures so that everything matches really well. One of the hobbies I was obsessed with for a while was taking artistic photographs. So I just went through all of my pictures and looked for anything that was grungy. So I like to take pictures, like close-up abstract sort of pictures of metal, and I don't know, I have one of a garage door and things like that. Weird things, but very grungy. And since that was the theme that seems to be in my entire body of work, I took those and I started adjusting some of them to go in a certain color scheme so that they'll match better. Next item of business was my logo. Worked on it for a really long time. I already had a drawing of Drea, my half phoenix, half dragon, and I had already even alternate version of her that was kind of grungy. So I had to put it in Paint 3D and isolate it, which took me a really long time because I had to go around all the lines and cut things out, and it took a long time, but it was worth it. And then I put her in Canva and put her on some different backgrounds. I tried some lettering and tried a few different shapes for her. I tried to make her pop, and I ended up putting her in an inverted triangle, and I'm really happy with what I came up with. Wanted some background music for my videos, so I grabbed my guitar, another hobby of mine, and took it in the bathroom and I just started recording. I didn't write any music for this. I just started playing around with a few different things, and hopefully I'll get some good loops from that so I can have my own unique music behind my videos. I also took some time to go through a whole lot of grunge fonts. So I say so a lot, just went through and selected all the fonts that looked like they might be grungy. I tried a whole bunch of them out, and then I narrowed it down to the ones I really liked, and I ended up with 3 that I think are going to work really well, and I can't wait to start adding them to my work. I'm having so much fun and learning so much about myself in this process. When I started out, I was thinking my brand needed to look fantasy, the same way everyone else does. But now that I've gotten down to the core of who I am as a creative person, this urban, dystopian, grunge punk vibe is going to represent me so much better than some generic fantasy style. There is so much more work to do. I have to figure out visual and audio effects, filters and transitions, a banner and a name sign, and I'll need a photo shoot. So I'm gonna ask my daughter to help me with that one, and we'll just take a whole bunch of pictures, and I'll take a lot of selfies. And then I've found out that if I take a whole lot of pictures, then I end up with a few that I really enjoy. So we'll just go through those, and yes, so hopefully we'll find a few really good ones. And that's it. There you have it. There's a whole bunch of different places you could start with this. I would definitely recommend going deep and looking at your own creative work and your own life and trying to find a theme that really runs through everything, and relate that to whatever your creative business happens to be, and start with the mood board and just go for it. It was very enlightening for me to do that, and so I wish you good luck being creative. Bye!